Hello friends, today we discuss about the pre-anesthetic evaluations. So first of all, we discuss on the goals of the pre-anesthetic evaluations. So the goal comprises what are the goals of the pre-anesthetic evaluation? The goal is to reduce patients' risk and morbidity, formulate contour and of anesthetic plan. Okay, it comprises of four components. First one is the history, second one is the general examination, third is the systemic examination, and fourth is the routine examination, which includes ASA grading, airway evaluations. So let's see what are the points we have to take in the history. So first of all, we have to take a history of the previous exposure to anesthesia, and if there is any history of exposure to anesthesia, we ask for any side effect is still available. Second is the allergy and current medications. Third is the any surgical conditions or not. You know, the second general examination clubbing we all know. Third for the systemic examination. In systemic examination, we mainly ask for the cardiovascular system, neurological system, respiratory system, and the fourth and the most important is the airway evaluations. Okay, so here friends, airway evaluations has a separate discussions. Okay, let's see. In airway evaluation, we first ask for the history of any previous difficulty in airway securement. Second is the nasal breather, and history of any known or anticipated obstructive sleep apnea. Okay. Third, we evaluate means inspect oral cavity. Second, measure the thyromental distance or measure hyomental distance, which both are the same things. And third is the mouth opening. Fourth is the neck circumference or neck movement. And last one is the atlanto-occipital joint movement. These are the evaluation for the airway. Now we talking about the Marampatti classification or Marampatti grading, which is very important and it is generally asked during examination. So what is the Marampatti grading or classification? It is the assessment of a size of the tongue with respect to the oral cavity. Okay friends, it is divided into the four classes 1, 2, 3, 4. In class 1, hard palate, soft palate, uvula, fossillar, and last the tonsillar pillar all are seen. In class 2nd, hard palate, soft palate, uvula are seen. Third, hard and soft palate. Last one is the hard palate only seen. So class, it is known that the class 1 and 2nd are normal tongue, and class 3rd and 4th are having large tongue. Large tongue means difficult in intubation. Okay friends. So these are the basic importance of Marampatti classification. Now we talk about the Korman-Lahane grading. So friends, it is not a pre-anesthetic evaluation of the airway, but it is important. It is the laryngoscopic view of glottic opening. As I talked earlier, it is not a pre-anesthetic evaluation for airway. It measures difficulty in intubation can be classified according to the views during direct laryngoscopy into four grades. Okay friends, in grade 1, we see the entire laryngeal aperture. Okay friends. Second, in grade 2, only the posterior commissure is seen. In grade 3, only epiglottis is seen. And the last one, grade 4, just a soft palate is seen. So these are not a pre-anesthetic but important point see on the laryngoscopic view. Now, the airway compromising conditions. There are several conditions which compromise the airway. First, we talk about the congenital conditions. Is the Perry-Robbins syndrome. Perry-Robbins syndrome comprises of the micrognthia, macroglossia, and cleft palate. In these three conditions, known as the Perry-Robinson syndrome. Second is the Tracher-Collins syndrome. These measures in this condition, intubation is not difficult, but mask ventilation is difficult. Okay, friends. Second is the Golden Heart syndrome. Okay, and fourth one is the Down syndrome. In Down syndrome, we know the macroglossia is present, and macroglosia having difficulty in intubation. We for fifth one is the Klippel Fallis syndrome, which comprises of the fused neck joint, and last one is the congenital goiter. Congenital goiter causes a deviation of the trachea, which again causes a difficulty in intubation. Now we talk about the ASA. ASA comprises of the American Society of Anesthesiologists grading, which comprises of the last of the talked earlier topic. Okay, so what is the ASA grading? ASA grading is to assess the present physical state and to assess the risk associated with surgery. Now, ASA grading comprises of the 6 gradings. Let's talk about the gradings. Grade 1, no physical, no comorbidities are present, means the patient is completely healthy. In grade 2, controlled comorbidity, no physical limitations are present. In third, morbidity present with moderate limitations. Okay, friends. In grade 4, constant risk on patients. In grade 5, friends, surgery is the only option for survival. And in 6th grading, comatose patient means brain dead patients are there, and these patients are only used for brain organ transplantation. Guys, if you like my content, please subscribe my YouTube channel and share with your friends and press the bell icon for further updates. Guys, in the next video we talk about the pre-anesthetic orders of the medications, means what are the order of the medications given during the